gone AWOL to track down a hot, hot, hot disco diva. It may be November, but here on The Word, it's summertime. Donna! Oh, sorry to barge in. Come on in.
Excuse me, I'm getting ready. I'm ready.
You're such a classy lady. I didn't know whether it came out of a bottle or...
Oh, yes, it tries.
Well, no, you got the natural stuff, don't you?
I try. How are you? I like your hair.
Well, thanks a lot. Well, you know, I'm a fan. I was trying to emulate. Tell me your lipstick secrets. What color do you have tonight?
Well, I have about 50 different colors, but I only got 4 or 5 out today, see?
Oh,
yes.
So is that going to make you deliver the goods?
Oh, well, I hope to.
So do you have any special tips for how you warm up for a performance? Anything you like to do?
Well, one of the things I do is I always try to gargle with vinegar. Yeah, I mean vinegar and water, apple cider vinegar and water, it helps.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what about any sort of vocalizing?
Why? You want to sing?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me.
You're a pro.
Oh, I don't know. I think I need a few. Oh, look, I'd like to share a hot tip with you. And when I warm up for a big performance, a private one that is, what I like to do is get down and warm up with the big, bad, beautiful, the Buddha of Love, Barry White.
Oh, I love him too.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to The Word. Still on the couch, of course, the devastatingly handsome and talented Michael Bean and Frank Skinner, who comes from Birmingham. But next we've got a lady who I suppose was the first big international star of disco, but first a few highlights.
Let's dance for love.
The 70s were Donna Summer's disco decade. She was bustin' loose in her gold sequin dresses, the first lady of lust.
I need you by me, beside me, to guide me.
Then she cooled out, swapping raunch for religion. But she still delivered a torrent of hits. Now she's back, 40-something, a painter, a brunette, and a blonde, with a hit album.
And welcome to The Word, Donna Summer. Great to have you back. A new look, a new album, Mistaken Identity. I don't know, in the pop business, you've been around for a long time now. Do you have to keep reinventing yourself in order to be successful?
I think so. You have to do different things, and you have to try to do things that people wouldn't expect you to do.
Well, dyeing your hair blonde is certainly something a bit radical, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So why did you do that?
Because I wanted to.
When you first started, obviously, you know, you went to Germany. What took you to actually go to Germany in the first place?
Well, I auditioned for the musical Hair, and I got the part, and I went there to do the part.
Did you expect to get a career in music out of that?
Oh, yeah. I always knew I'd be famous. It's true, I did. I always said I would be famous.
How did you actually get discovered?
How did I get discovered? Well, I was in New York, and I was singing around in my apartment in Manhattan. I was living with another couple of roommates, and the director knew them, and he came over, and I was singing at the time, and he said, "I want you to come down to the theater and audition for me." So I said, "Okay." So I didn't think anything of it. I went and I practiced going out of my head, and I went down and I sang it, and I got the part.
Well, were your friends surprised? Because I imagine they waved you goodbye from New York, and then a bit later you're like a massive star in Europe and hitting the States.
Well, you have to understand. I always, when I was in my neighborhood, I got credit alone on the fact that I was going to be famous one day, and I didn't have to pay back the credit until I got famous. That's how much everyone believed in me, and I had a really great neighborhood, and great neighbors.
Now, you're quoted as saying that the 70s were a wicked and wild, crazy kind of time. What was actually wicked, wild, and crazy about them?
Well, I think that it was just, you know, I don't know, no one thought about anything. They were just having a good time, you know, and I think that people just wanted to dance. They didn't want to think. They just wanted to have a good time and party and scream and shout and, you know, wave their hands and like they're doing now. Wear wild clothes and hang out.
I mean, you know, your image was always a very, very strong one. Did you think in some ways, though, that detract, you know, people would remember you as Donna Summer being something very glamorous and show-busy, rather than remembering you for, you know, a fantastic singing voice?
I just wanted them to remember me. You know, whatever they remember me for is fine with me. I don't really care. Well, I mean, you know, I think it's important that they remember me for what I do. But if you keep reinventing yourself, then they're not going to remember you the way you were, because you're going to be different the next time they see you, sort of.
Yeah. I did actually read as well somewhere that you said that fame is a curse.
I think so, in many ways it is. I think if you don't understand what it is to be famous until you've been famous, and it looks like a real wonderful thing, but when you lose your privacy, as they say in English, and you know, you can't really go anywhere by yourself too much, it's kind of weird.
And yet at the same time, I believe your daughter, who's 18 now, you're kind of, you know, helping her to have a singing career too.
Well, I wanted her to start 2 years ago, but she didn't want to, so I have to wait for her.
Aren't you going to make her suffer the curse of fame?
Well, she wants to wait, and I've been sort of going, come on, you have a great voice, get out there. She's like, no, Mom, I want to go to school, I want to study. And
Yeah, but Donna,
I didn't want to do that.
You're a tough act to follow. If you were my mom, forget it. I'd be a veterinarian or something.
Believe me, she has nothing to worry about. She's gorgeous, and she's got a wonderful voice. She's a great piano player. She's really talented.
All right, we'll have a few people asking for a phone number out of the audience
Stay away
later
from
on.
me, you hear that?
Meanwhile, we are going over to somebody else who's got talent collected together of a different kind, and you'll understand why she thinks life's a bitch at the moment. Amanda.
You say that.
I want to know what happened to the deep growl of the Barry White dog there. Is it?
I just think it's a definite candidate for a barking singer, Donna.
I definitely think so. Yeah.
Well, did you wear the horrible clothes in the 70s, Michael?
Yeah, I'm afraid I did. I like to try to forget the 70s altogether. The bell bottoms and the platform shoes.
I like them.
Look pretty idiotic.
I like them.
Do you think the 70s were ugly?
We still wear them in Birmingham.
They just came in, huh?
It's photos of people taken in the 70s that they normally hide, isn't it, though, Donna?
Not me. No, I was really happy with the 70s. I had a ball. I have nothing to say bad. I was in hair. I had a ball. So.
Did you actually enjoy your time in hair rather than the sort of, I don't know, this big stardom that followed?
Yeah, I enjoyed my time in here. I had a great time and made a lot of friends. Traveled all over the world. Got to see a lot of stuff. Just had fun. No problems. Nobody following me around. Nobody asking for anything. No bills to pay.
Did you ever have any, sort of kind of strange people who would prowl around you at the time?
Back then? Not so much. Not so much. More now, of course,
Well, what kind of people?
Strange people. Really strange people.
Hey, listen, we'll get a bit busy and a bit, we'll find out all the
I wanna know
earthy
more,
facts
Donna.
for you later on. Meanwhile, you lot can have a look at this. The summer, and heaven's just a step away from her own mistaken identity.
Watching raindrops slowly falling, painting pictures on the window pane, feelings my heart cannot explain. Oh, the silence sounds like music, seems like I can hear a melody. Baby, that's what you do to me. One thing I'm sure of, whether it's wrong or it's right, I only wanna be with you tonight. And if you want me to, baby, ask me to stay. Heaven's just a whisper away. Feel the magic taking over. Please don't stop before we lose control. Baby, just let your feelings go. Soft and tender, like the morning, we get closer than we've ever been. We're almost to the rainbow's end. One thing I'm sure of, whether it's wrong or it's right, I only wanna be with you tonight. And if you want me to, baby, ask me to stay. Heaven's just a whisper away. Heaven's just a whisper away. I heard the winds of forever calling out my name. It's paradise when I'm with you. I'll never be the same. Please don't wake me if I'm dreaming.